guys? This is Money Mark kicking it with Lifestyle Flashy Chris and just Tim kicking off another episode.
What up? What up?
That's when you try to
Kicking
sneak
off
that
another
by me.
episode of the Logical Creative. No, this is just I don't have the energy right now like I normally do because I'm kind of on standby like everybody else. I guess just jumping right into everything. I mean, right now, I guess should we do like a moment of silence, or should we just kind of like our condolences to, or not condolences, but I guess everyone knows what's going on with. Well, I guess you don't know what's going on with DMX. I'm a photo. Yeah, that's my guy. DMX is my guy.
Is he? You gave me your condolences. You trying to
not condolences, but I mean, I'm just, like I said,
moment of prayer.
Moment of prayer, moment of silence. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I mean, if you don't know, DMX right now seems to be still in critical condition. I think it was originally reported as, it might have been reported as an overdose. I don't have all the facts, so I don't want to put that out there, essentially. But right now, what we know, we do know.
There wasn't like an overdose that led to a heart attack or vice versa or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then there was kind of like something along the lines. That's what I read initially, but then there was something that came out where it was like, I guess apparently the lawyer came out and said that he's like better, but apparently not. He's still in like a vegetative state. And yeah, I see like DMX clips everywhere, and I guess it's just faulty of the fault. I guess that's something that just comes with the trend nation, right? Like everyone's just pushing their DMX clips out there. Essentially, I mean, we're talking about it on our platform, but it's just kind of like you see it and it's almost like, damn, dog, like it's almost like a reminder. You've seen DMX just comb through and get through everything, so many things. You just expect him to just come back and be like, "Yo, what's up?" You know what I mean? Like,
what's up, dog? That raspy. Yeah. I'm back.
Dog. I can't even do that. I can't even do my little DMX.
I'm back, dog. Yeah. No, I feel it. Yeah. It's been crazy. I think I was on vacation when I seen it. And I was just like, bro, like what? Like, was he out here partying with us? Like, what?
Yeah, dog. There's a lot, bro. And then, it's just with all the darkness, not dark, I hate to say darkness, but all that stuff kind of looming this year. And it just seems like these last 2 years has just been the year of just, people just getting snatched up out of here. It's just like, damn, bro. Like, yeah. Not X. You know what I mean? Like, not X, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess, yeah, man, I mean, I guess we just got, I send our prayers and our thoughts to the family and everything, hopefully when he recovers, man. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say there was an interesting point Chris had brought up earlier when we were talking
about
with Funk
Master Flex.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man, I guess a lot of people have different opinions about what's going on. Like what Funk's, well, go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry. I just jumped into your shit. I'm sorry.
So, he's like holding the music industry accountable to help people out when, DMX was going through that he was addicted to drugs, still addicted to drugs. And he felt that the music industry should have played their part and like helped him out. And
just
I feel that.
There's more
he was a functioning drug addict.
I mean, I don't know if he's a functioning drug addict, but that's not here. I also see the people that don't really. Anytime something happens to someone else, it's like all of a sudden that person is like the greatest person in the world to them. And it's like, oh, let me post every single picture I have of this person, and I want everyone else to be like, oh, like I never could understand that. So I can understand how if you really fuck with somebody and you start seeing people that don't really deal with that person like that. Now you have 1 million pictures of this guy up, and it's like, man, like he doesn't like you like that, and you don't even like him like that. So what are you doing this for?
True, but in that same breath, like, so I don't feel like maybe the industry, because it's just like too far to keep tabs on somebody like that. But like in his own camp, like definitely those people like know what he's doing and like know how he's doing it, how he moves and all that. So like they could definitely call you out on something. Like if you're around somebody every day, that person 9 times out of 10 knows what you're doing, how you're doing it, if you're addicted, if you fell off, or They just know how you
move. Let's say, but here's a weird part about that, Tim. All right, let's say it's us three, right? And Mark makes the money. He makes sure we eat. But that nigga got a crazy addiction to marijuana or fucking cocaine. Right. And we're looking at this nigga, but at the end of the day, I need my check. So you see Billy go, hey, Mark, exactly come on, man. Come on, man. That's don't exactly do those drugs and DMX and get the fuck off my tour bus. And you're like, that won't be me.
I think that's exactly what was going on, though. That was exactly what was going on. Essentially, like, I mean, if you watch some of the documentaries, they stated, like, there's rumors still stating that, like, the heads at Def Jam never gave DMX money. They gave his wife money because they understood. Everyone, like, DMX and his drug habit was known well before, like, the multiple arrests. Like, everyone, before the public, the fans knew about it, they knew about it. Everybody knew about it.
Yeah,
but it was kind of like one of those things where, I think it was one of those things where, like, all right, if you, like, in X's circle, like, for some reason, people like DMX are so charismatic, where it's like it's like kind of like what I thought. It's like, okay, I found out, like, when I found out something happened, my mind immediately went to X going. I was like, damn, man, X, you know, he gonna come out of this, he gonna go to rehab, hopefully he'll bounce back. You immediately just assume that they got it under control. But then there's the people that are close, like the people who are giving the money and the people who are making sure that are doing that. And it's like, I mean, honestly, man, just his story is it's a lot. I mean, even from how he got introduced. I mean, watching the documentary and him basically just talking about the fact that he thought he was smoking a joint.
Oh yeah.
His older man's.
I mean, that's how it happens with a lot of folks, though.
Yeah.
He put the shit in it, and he's been hooked ever since.
Like my uncle, he did the same thing. It was like a thing back then. Like,
yeah, I think so.
Trick him.
It wasn't even a trick. It was just like
I think a lot of people were just doing that. I think they called it.
You know what I'm saying? It was like they did it and they're like, oh, hit this. And then when they hit it, they're like, oh man, got X, Y, and Z in it. So you're gonna be feeling like this. And it wasn't like a joke, but it was like somehow like, you know, when Buddy gave me that, you know.
Yeah. Like you gonna feel that.
I was so mad. I was so mad for you, bro. I was so mad for you. I was like, what?
That's crazy. Nah, I don't know.
I just never know what you got going on. That's
but I mean, like,
fuck people.
Like with the I feel you.
That's human beings, man.
But
that's a little rough.
so there was like nobody in this camp that like really cared for dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like to be like,
at the same time,
you're gonna give me money,
you
but
can't stop it.
But I mean, like, if we're that cool, you going? I mean,
even if we're that cool, Tim, if we're that cool, I'm gonna sneak and do it somehow.
Yeah,
I'll figure out
how. So I think
the
people close to him. I think the people close to him try, but I think you also have to battle with the fact that he had 2 platinum albums in the same year. So Def Jam is going to make sure he keeps at least making records, right? We're not going to stop that shit, right? Like,
to make some records.
Whoa. Like, Rehab, he just did 2 platinum albums, 2 number ones in 1 year.
Look at Eminem.
We're not going to stop
he
that.
He went rehab and came out the worst albums ever. Every time he goes to rehab, comes out a terrible album, and then he comes back with a.
All of a sudden, he came back. His hair is black. It's like, what's going on?
Right.
What's this fella doing? So you're looking at these, and I mean, honestly, man, there's something about the record, the music industry that's predatory in that fact. Where, I mean, let's be real. I mean, I think what you're saying is true, but I think it's more so true to the system rather than his general people around him. Because at the end of the day, X is talented. X, that shit happened to him, I think, in his teenage years. He's still been nice, right? He still was nice, right? So at the end of the day, like, and X was like the project of individuals who saw him, thought X was supposed to sign to Bad Boy. He wasn't necessarily supposed to sign to Def Jam. I mean, originally that was what was supposed to happen. Diddy didn't know what to do with him. It was Lior and the rest of them guys down there that came to snatch him up, and it was like, all right, cool. X is, legit. And then you put all that into him, and X becomes this phenomenon because X is a phenomenon in and of itself. And then it's like, now we have this rocket ship that's going to the moon, and then someone's in your ear talking about stopping the rocket to send where? Half of y'all on drugs. Like, what do you mean? Do we need to put someone near you, X? No, we're not gonna let nobody disturb your creative process. Get out of here. So if you're someone really close to him who cares, it's like you have to walk that fine line, because at the end of the day, right, you can take away all his
9 times out of 10, you might
tell him to stop. But who's gonna stop the guy who's giving him the money? You know what I'm saying? All the York Cohen has to do, and I don't know, I'm not saying anybody was enabling, but all anybody over there in that building has to do is just be like, okay, so I'm not giving your wife the money anymore. Oh, so I'm just giving you the money directly, and it's over. So you got to walk that tightrope on like how to like ease back, and so I think you just teeter, for years and years and years. And the reason why I feel that it's evident is because as the record started to slow down, he just started going gold. You just started noticing he just got more and more and more trouble because there's nobody.
Well, I think he did a shift too, though. He was doing more movies at the same time. He was doing less records and more movies.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about like when as the fame and everything starts to dissipate, you start to notice that his arrests and all these other things start to rise up. Like that wasn't happening when he was filming, all those movies essentially. And I think it started happening more so towards the end after the last movies or whatever, and it was kind of like it seemed like he just kept. Because now the only people that are left are the people that are left, right? And it's like, well, shit. Wait a minute, y'all done? And this is the sad, unfortunate truth about things, man. Sometimes, they'll cheer you up and sometimes they'll spit you out. It just kind of happens, I guess.
That's bad. Bad news, man. The music
bad
industry
news
going through. I don't know. I think they need to go through some changes. But I mean,
100%.
But they're definitely going through a change with the NFTs though.
The NFTs, wow.
Them NFTs, bro.
That's a nice little change. Well, prayers and condolences. Not prayers and condolences. Prayers to DMX and his family.
My man.
All right. Anyways, guys. So I guess on to lighter topics.